I'm just recording this now, sun salutation. I finished doing my Friday morning class online, which worked really well, but I know that for some of you with kids at home, it's incredibly hard to even get that hour where they're not wanting your attention and stuff. So if you are able just to grab 5 or 10 minutes sometime during the day and just need to move the body, then maybe you'd like to just follow this. So amazing that here in the sunshine it's really quite warm. Alright, so remember that we start with the feet parallel, pressing down and out, so we start to activate the legs, a little bit of a lift through the inner arches, softening the knees and softening the psoas here, lifting right up through the crown of the head so it feels like you're being lengthened upwards and lengthening through the back of the head as well. Let the shoulders be nice and relaxed. And then breathe in, bending the knees, lift the hands right up towards the sky, exhaling down. Take a deep breath in and exhale. Very nice, up and down. This time taking the hands just above the knees, crown of the head towards me, so we're lengthening the spine, creating that lovely long length from crown of the head to tail, activating the muscles of the back. Press down and out with your feet. Exhale to release the back down. Press through the feet as you inhale, coming back into this tabletop position. Exhaling, release. Inhaling, coming back up, shoulders away from ears, chin is tucked in. Press down and out to lengthen the hamstrings as well, creating this corsetry-like feeling. All of the muscles around the spine are active. Exhale, release down again. And from here, hold onto your forearms, sway from side to side for a minute. Just allow the head and the shoulders to be relaxed. Swishing, releasing the hips. Hands back above the knees. Come back as you inhale into tabletop position. Crown of the head lengthening forward, and then exhale, hands down onto your mat, stepping yourself back into downward facing dog. So press the heels down, make sure hands are nice and wide. You're pressing down and out with the hands, lifting those sitting bones, creating lots of length and space through the spine, dropping down through the heels so we create a deep stretch through the hamstrings and through the calf muscles. If you need to keep your knees bent, please do so. The most important thing in downward facing dog is to lengthen the spine, shoulders rolling away from ears. We don't want to have the weight forward, we want the weight back. And then from down dog, dropping to the knees, taking your right foot forward and coming into a lunge. So pressing into the back foot, inching those front feet forward slightly, starting to stretch into the quads here, pelvis coming forward, and then lengthening up with that left arm, lifting rib cage away from pelvis. Deep breath in, lovely deep stretch into the hip flexors here, and then maybe coming up and over, so we take the stretch all the way up into the hip area and right up underneath the armpit. Fantastic. And then taking yourself down, draw the hips back now and bring the toes with you to stretch into those hamstrings. Reach into the ground if you can, if not, hands on hips. We want to once again keep the spine nice and tall here. Lengthen back, pulling those toes back. Good. Come forward again into your lunge and come into a twist. So either hand on the outside of the knee, other hand on the pelvis, or if you can, hooking that left elbow onto the outside of the knee and hands together. Coming into an upper back twist. If you're stable here, if you've already warmed up, tuck the back toes, press out through the heel, see if you can come into that higher lunge in your twist here, if you practice this normally. So drawing the hands towards the heart center, smooth breath, hands down, framing that front foot again, and then step back into downward facing dog, releasing those hips. Try dropping the knees across the midline. That massages into the lower back, releases into all around the pelvis, actually really nice. And then dropping back onto knees, this time your left foot forward. Very nice. Inching tippy toes forward as you press into the back foot, coming into that lunge, rib cage away from the pelvis, stretching all the way from those back feet all the way up through to the heart center, into those fingertips. Breathing, victorious breath, so long, smooth, ocean-like breath. Shoulders dropping down, and then draw yourself back into your hamstring stretch, toes towards you, really getting that lengthening feeling from your toes all the way up past your pelvis, almost like someone's got your tail and is pulling it backwards. Good. You might want to squeeze your toes and lengthen them a couple of times. And then coming forward again, this time into your twist. So either hand on the outside of the knee, other hand on the pelvis, or if you can, hooking elbow, palms together, drawing the heart center towards your hands, maybe even tucking toes, pressing out through the heel to create that higher lunge, a deeper stretch into those hip flexors as well. Smooth breath here. Wonderful. Coming down into your knees again, dropping down into extended child pose. So knees apart, lengthening all the way out, fingertips are on the mat, your wrists are off the mat, shoulders are rolling away from your ears, sitting bones dropping, chin tucking back, shoulders rolling away from ears, inhaling and exhaling in cat and cow. So just allowing the tail to lead this little dance, lifting and then tucking, lifting and then tucking. Use the breath. Wonderful. And you might want to turn this into the big hip roll that I love doing. Massaging the hips around, releasing any tension from those hips. One direction and then the other. Doing a few of those big rolls here. Good. And then just sitting back and coming into a lateral stretch. Up and over to the other side. You can always prop something underneath the side here to support your hips. Come back and just release those shoulders. And then take the elbows together, drop the head, and inhale, open the heart center, lift the heart, lift the chin. Exhale, rounding, squeeze tension out of the upper back. And back again. Beautiful, hands down, and a last head roll, releasing tension out of the neck. And you can allow your shoulders to roll as well. Good. And there, you're good to go. Thank you so much. Namaste, we'll see you soon.